Your eyes are incredible. They distinguish about 10 million colors, but how many of those colors do you actually see in a dark theater? Lately, it feels like only two, specifically teal and orange. They provide high contrast for human skin. It's efficient, but is it art or just a biological hack? Modern movies don't just feel different, they are fundamentally different on a molecular level. We are living in the era of the industrialization of nostalgia and the approach of the algorithmic horizon. To understand why movies seem to suck, look at the mean. In statistics, the mean is the average. If you take 10 people and half love spicy food while half hate it, the mean meal is bland. Hollywood is now a master of the mean. Early cinema was experimental, but then the machines arrived. Not just cameras, but predictive algorithms. Making a blockbuster is incredibly expensive. Risk is the enemy of the modern shareholder. And how do you eliminate risk? You use the past as a permanent map for the certain future. But why do we keep buying tickets? The answer is in your hippocampus: nostalgia. The word comes from the Greek nostos, meaning homecoming, and algos, meaning pain. It is the literal pain of a longing for home. In the 17th century, physicians considered nostalgia a physical disease found in Swiss mercenaries. Today, it's a multi-billion-dollar commodity. When you see a familiar superhero or a rebooted starship, your brain releases dopamine. It's a neurological warm blanket. Studios aren't selling stories anymore, they sell the chemical feeling of being 7 years old again. It's a feedback loop. We crave the familiar, so the algorithm gives us exactly what we already know. This is the sequelization of the human soul. This is related to predictive processing. Your brain is a prediction machine. It spends most of its energy trying to guess what happens next. When the movie gives you exactly what you expected, the brain uses less energy. It's comfortable, but it's also forgettable. Great cinema provides a prediction error. It violates expectations, forcing your brain to rewire itself. But in a global market, a prediction error is a financial liability, so the industry chooses the path of least resistance. It chooses the global, safe bet over the local, strange truth. It is the smooth, polished texture of a commercial product. This turns stories into a universal slurry, devoid of the friction that makes us human. Consider the uncanny valley. Usually we use this term for robots, but there is an uncanny valley of storytelling. Modern blockbusters are mathematically perfect. They follow the save the cat beat sheet to the millisecond. They use color palettes designed by committee to maximize international appeal. They are so perfect that they feel wrong. They lack the noise of humanity. In physics, noise is often a nuisance, but in art, noise is where the soul lives. It's the mistake that becomes a masterpiece. By removing the risk of failure, the industry has accidentally removed the possibility of transcendence. It is a hollow perfection that leaves the audience feeling strangely empty after the credits. We are left with a polished, frictionless surface that offers no grip. This brings us to the algorithmic horizon. It's a point in cultural space-time where the probability of a truly new idea being greenlit approaches zero. If every movie is a remix of a previous movie, where does original material come from? It's like a digital file being copied over and over. Each generation loses resolution. We are living in a low-resolution culture. The horizon suggests we won't need writers, we will just have content. Content is a strange word. It implies something that fills a void, but a void shouldn't just be filled, it should be explored. We are standing at the edge of a dark cliff. The industrialization of our memories has turned cinema into a factory. We are the workers, and our attention is the product. We are being mined for our childhoods. But there's a catch. Evolution favors the novel. Our brains are hardwired to seek out the new because the new might be an opportunity. By feeding us a constant diet of the old, the industry is trying to stall our biological clock. It's a fight against entropy, but entropy always wins. Art is supposed to be an inefficient, glorious waste of time that makes you feel something unplanned. As the algorithm gets better at predicting what you want, you might find that you don't actually want anything at all. You'll just be content. A scary thought, because if we stop looking for the new, we might forget how to find it.